Although we did go to the flower party at the end, and then Carlos and I went from sober to drunk in like 45 minutes. So that was pretty intense at the end. Good morning, friends. It's just me and Carlos right now because my dad is already in the buffet because he just couldn't wait. He woke up and he said he was so starving and withering away, so he went to the buffet. And then but we were still getting ready and everything anyway. So now we're ready to go. We're in Costa Maya today. We're gonna go down to the buffet and grab some quick breakfast, and then we're gonna go out and explore the port and show my dad Costa Maya because he's never been here before, obviously. This will be his first port ever. We've obviously been a few times, and so I don't reckon we'll stay out there for very long, but I guess we'll leave it up to my dad because, he's the new guy. And we'll go from there. But it'll be nice to get back on board, hopefully, and have, empty pools and hot tubs and things while everybody's out doing what they do in Costa Maya. So we'll see what happens. We'll, of course, take you with us. We'll see what we see. We'll do what we do, and
we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.
So here we are on our balcony. Carlos found a nice comfy chair out here to people watch. We don't have balcony cabins very often, so this is a little bit of a luxury for us this time. We've got NCL next to us, and there's Icon of the Seas, and then there's a Carnival ship trying to come in. I think it's Dream Class maybe, or Horizon, or one of them. But yeah, Costa Maya is absolutely crazy crowded right now, so we stayed off for like, what, 45 minutes? We'll talk soon.
All right, so it is dinner time. We took a little bit of a nap. We watched some Chopped. We pretty much took it easy this afternoon. We were out in Costa Maya like, I don't know, maybe an hour, not even.
Right.
There were 3 ships in port when we were there, or when we were out there, and then a Carnival ship, Dream, came in as well, and it was way too crowded. So we came back on board, spent some time by the pool. Carlos and I had some sodas. Dad had a beer. Then we came back, took a nap. That's all that's happened so far. But now it's dinner time. We're gonna go eat some food. I'm ready. I'm hungry. We haven't eaten since breakfast, so
Yeah.
let's go do it. We'll talk soon.
How we feeling? Oh, welcome here to the Metropolitan Theater. If we have not met yet this cruise holiday, my name is Ryan Rose and I am your cruise director. And let me tell you, first and foremost, we're so excited to have you back here in the theater tonight.
I normally like to let you hear the audio for the shows, but in this case it was all background tracks, which almost definitely means copyright strikes if I do, so I'll just voice over it. Peter Punk was a show that I wanted to see the last time I was on MSC Seaside, or maybe it was another MSC ship, but anyway, it was like one of the most popular shows, and on that particular sailing it was fully booked. If you didn't know, on the bigger ships like MSC Seaside, you do have to pre-book some of the shows, so pay attention to that in the app and make sure you book that in advance. We were able to book ours a couple days before, so we had no problem getting in. And the show itself surprised me. It was a little bit strange. The plot I didn't fully understand, but the visuals were really nice and the acrobatics were like top tier. So if you're ever on board MSC Seaside or another MSC ship that has this show, I do recommend it. And of course, that's all included in your cruise fare, so may as well take advantage of the amenities that you already paid for, etc.
Seaside family, you've been watching Peter Pan!
At this point, Carlos and I decided to go to the LGBTQ mixer. We had gone the night before, and there hadn't really been a whole lot of people there, so we were hoping that there would be more people this time. But unfortunately, there wasn't, so we went to the Seaside bar, which is in the lobby, because that's where they were going to have the flower power party. During this time, my dad was in the casino and just kind of doing his own thing. And even though we didn't really meet a whole lot of gays on board this sailing, we did have a good time, and the flower power party was actually a lot of fun. As you can see, a lot of people attended. On other ships, they do this as a deck party, and I think it works better indoors, especially when you can just pack everybody into a space like this and have a gay old time. And of course, the main dance floor is down on deck 5 in front of the bar, but the whole atrium fills up, all the levels, all the way to the ceiling. At the very end, they decided to drop golden confetti all over everybody, which I thought was a nice touch, and this concluded the evening for us, so we made our way back up to our room to call it a night.
Alright y'all, that's a wrap. It is the next day, as you can tell. It's bright and sunny, and I'm out on the balcony, and we're in Cozumel, and, you know, stuff has already happened for today, but I just realized that I forgot to close out last night's vlog, so that's what I'm doing. Yesterday, Costa, we got off, we walked around for about 30-40 minutes, and then got right back on board. Too many ships in port. It was, you know, crowded and crazy, but that's okay. If it had just been me and Carlos, we wouldn't have even gotten off, because we've been there a couple times, but since my dad had never been, we wanted him to, you know, experience the port, and he had pretty much the same opinion about it as we do, that it's alright, but not with so many people there. Anyway, so yeah, then we took it pretty easy yesterday. Took some naps even, and yeah, kind of called it a little bit of an early night even. So, although we did go to the flower party at the end, and then Carlos and I went from sober to drunk in like 45 minutes. So that was pretty intense at the end. Yeah, I was doing double Woodfords and he was doing Tito's, and they were pouring doubles for him as well. But anyway, that's it. The next video will be all about our day in Cozumel, so stay tuned for that coming out in a day or two. I want to thank you all so much for traveling with us. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.